Hi, welcome to Petty Talks TV. This is your family's talk show about pets, where nothing is too petty for us to talk about when it comes to your pets. So come join a community of pet lovers and allow us to entertain you and hopefully even inspire you. Our topic for today is about the recently concluded Pet Summit at the Ayala Mall's Manila Bay. And in focus is the very beautiful livewire Karla Kangleon, who will share with us her passion about pets and how this has been instrumental in allowing her to achieve all the other pet related um, businesses and products and projects that she has been doing since 2012. Now, we are live on Facebook and YouTube on the first and third Saturday of the month, 5 o'clock Philippine time. We're also on Instagram. And today is special because we weren't able to broadcast last Saturday and we have a very special guest. So stay with us till the end because we will be having a discussion question. You audience can come and ask us questions via the chat, and also we will be raffling, possibly we'll be raffling a t-shirt, perhaps if Faye arrives. Now, my name is Tita Me, shortcut for Tita Meow, because I love cats. But obviously, we talk about other animals as well. And if you just missed it, our topic for today is about pet passion to prosperity. And we have up close Karla Kangleon. So we hope you enjoy today's episode. And before I bring in our guest, I'd like you guys to watch this.
You, me, it's game time.
What am I supposed to do?
Nothing. Let's go ahead and do this. Fitness enthusiasts who actually go to BGC and exercise.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Karla Kangleon. You know what,
Hello.
Carla, it's so funny. My hands, they have this tremor thing, and my hand was resting, and I clicked the video. So yeah, it was cut short, but it's okay.
Oh,
So,
no
Carla,
worries. Tita
this is
Me,
this
I'm
is
so happy to be here.
I know, finally, we've been wanting to do this since Saturday, and I was just so glad about finding the Pet Summit. It was really my first time, and I was just blown away because, like I said, what we're doing now is an advocacy, and I am so thankful that you've given us the time. I know how super crazy busy you are. So I'd like to ask, because what we want to do here, Carla, is inspire people that might probably want to be like you, because I know that there are people out there who have pets, and sometimes, like, they get bored, and maybe like they can be inspired with your story, that they don't have to just stay home and just get bored and take care of your pets. I want to start by asking you, I know that you're involved with the 2012 thing of the pit bulls. Can you give me a very, very
Ah,
short history of how you got involved with them?
okay. So I started off in 2012 with well, okay. So I moved to Manila from Singapore in 2010, and then in Singapore I stayed in the Emerald Hill, and there were just so many cats, and so I was like wondering, why are their ears pierced, and they're so
Oh.
fat, and so I'm like, what is going on here? So then I realized that's where I heard about neutering and spaying, and
Mm.
so that which is something that we can talk about later on. But basically, my love for animals stemmed from there because they're street animals, and well, of course, I've always loved animals since I was like young. My
Mm-hmm.
grandfather gave me a dog. My mom gave me a chick.
A chick.
um, well,
Okay, that's cute.
well, the thing is, it's not so cute
Oh,
because
is it?
because my mom, I was 3 years old.
All
I
right.
cannot control my strength. So
Oh, I
I,
can imagine
I
what's gonna happen next.
yes, I cannot control my strength. So this is one thing for the parents that I try to inculcate. I try to also say, remind some parents that if you give your pets if you give your kids pets, make sure that they
Yeah.
are old enough. Because I
Mm-hmm.
remember that my mom gave me a, well, she asked me to hold a chick, and because it's so cute, and I was so giggle, and so
Oh
I would
no.
just, you know, it's not so great. So that that incident stuck in my head.
Oh
How
wow.
I felt was
Oh
just,
wow.
I can still feel it. I was 3, and
Uh-huh.
I still remember. And so I told myself, I promised myself that is never gonna happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Never. So
Mm-hmm.
I promised myself that I will always take care of animals. That's
Oh, at an early age.
Yes, because that one was traumatized me. I still remember every little thing. I could still see it, and I don't wish it for anyone. And so, well, until now, I always tell my mom that story.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "I'm
And
sorry, I'm sorry."
that's something for you to be thankful for. It's just amazing because sometimes we wonder. We have experiences in life that
Yeah.
sometimes you don't understand. That
Oh yeah.
on the onset they look like they're really horrible, traumatic experiences, but you know, behind it, there's always something to learn, and this is a wonderful thing that happened to you. So now, Carla, let's jump on to check out the Pet Summit. I'm
Yes.
so curious on how you happened to put that together. Walk us through that. How did you? How, yeah, I asked you earlier about the pit bulls,
Yes.
and then I know that you told me the story of how after they've been saved, you had to do a lot of work. It didn't stop there. Can you tell our
Exactly.
audience, yeah, what
Okay.
what what you did?
So
Yes.
yeah, so because I was inspired to always, look out for animals, street animals. So when I got back here in 2010, I just made sure to always, support animal welfare organizations. Now, in 2012, when I'm still part of Cara Welfare, but I
Kara.
was new.
Oh,
Yes, I was new in Cara Welfare. Cara stands for Compassion and Responsibility for Animals. So one day they said, okay, we're gonna have to rescue pit bulls in Laguna. That was a very traumatic experience for the pit bulls because they have dog fight. They are part of a dog fighting ring, and so when they were rescued, 200 over 250 pit bulls were rescued. We just knew that we had to do it, but we didn't know where we were gonna put it. It wasn't planned enough because we didn't have time.
right,
And
right.
so, yeah, so we had to reach out to all the volunteers, also those who may have spaces in their properties or anything to just help them survive it. And so, fortunately, they were a volunteer. They put them in Villa Escudero area, that area in
Oh,
Quezon. So there was an area there. Now, but the how? So you rescue,
yeah,
that's fine. Even
yeah.
the ones, the street animals, you can rescue them, that's fine. But then,
Hmm.
how do you take care of them?
Yeah. What did you do?
That's another thing. So we had to really plan it, and then we had doctors that checked them up, and then we also had dog trainers like
Yes.
Jenny Fajardo, Pop Culture. She also helped
Oh,
us, like find a way to rehabilitate. Many other trainers also helped us. There were so many volunteers, and then media. We helped be the voice of the voiceless through media. So, but then it wasn't enough because we had to make sure that they're nourished. How can we feed them? We're an organization and we don't have, enough funds. So, what we did was in 2012, we fortunately, Bow and Wow pet store, they wanted to host a gala dinner for us. Of course,
wow.
we were going to organize it and everything. So what we did was, um, we got Margarita
All right.
Forest to
Yes.
provide the plated meals. Imagine that. And then we also had like, you know uh, Rahul Laurel and the other
Oh,
designers
sure.
to
Yeah.
give something for auctions.
Mm-mm.
We had like a show. We had Aroma Pet Spa who did like, the massage for the pets. You know, it was a different event. Like it was never ever seen before during the time.
Yeah, during that time. And I
During
know,
the time.
Carla, that I
Mm.
think one of the things that helped you put these things together is also your career, right? Your past experience, because you give the audience a little background of your past, that you where you used to
Yes.
work. Yeah.
Well, okay. So, well, I started off working here in the Philippines. Of course, I did as a part time was work with Clowning Around. Clowning Around is a kiddie party company. So I started.
Oh,
I was their manager, and then I would know the back ends of it. And then after that, I moved to Singapore, and then did some event organizing there. But then finally went to Malaysia, did mostly in IT trainings. Well, I did the organizing of the IT trainings and technical trainings, everything that conferences for IBM, SAP, for a company, that marketing services company. And then I
okay.
moved to Singapore again with positive events where we created like green living campaigns. We did school
Mm-hmm.
campaigns. We did like festivals, World AIDS Day concerts, And so um, when it was time to move back to the Philippines, 2010, I put them all together, what I learned. And so that's how I came up with it. But it's not really much of what I know, but it's the passion that I had because I
Exactly.
really wanted to help. So yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So we
So,
created a gala dinner for them, and then we raised 650,000 pesos in one night.
oh, that's amazing that you're able to
Yes.
do that. Did you do this like really just on your own? Like,
Oh
just
no,
like,
it's like it's a
yeah,
village.
yeah. Oh,
Mm.
Carla, I have a question. This is really a question from me. Like, what is it? Because normally, when we are faced with like like a passion or a desire or a dream that seems really big, like I'm sure during the time you weren't really so into pets, right? But this dream or plan of yours might have seemed so big. What encouraged you to go on, to go out there and tell yourself you can do it? What was in you that allowed you to really just, because you were telling me days ahead that you were telling me about really just not to be shy, to reach out to people. Can you let us into the private psyche of the Karla Kangleon that has allowed her to be what she is now, where she is now? Oh, before you answer that question,
Yes.
let me interrupt you. Let me interrupt myself and tell the audience that Carla is the owner of this All4Pets Party, and this is their Facebook page there. So if any of you would like to do parties for pets, don't hesitate to check that out in Facebook. Now, tell us, Carla, share to us, because this will get seen by people, even after the broadcast. What made you decide, or what gave you the courage to reach out to people to do what you
Okay.
think you had to do?
Yeah. Okay. So I realized that I have this need to do something. For example, when I came back here, I didn't know anyone anymore because I was gone for a long time.
Yeah.
And so, how do I create? How do I put myself in a community? How do I do what I do best for the community? And so, what I did was I just went to Cara Welfare and then asked them what they needed, and then I said to myself, okay, this is what they need, and then I know what they need. I'm going to go to those people who have them, and so I am the bridge. And so I
Mhm.
need to make sure that I have that confidence to ask for help, because it's a very important thing to really help out those who are in need. So that drove me, that fuels my passion, that need. But um the inspiration behind it is because I feel there is no shame in asking for help if you need it. When it comes to things that you really want to do, for example, if you want to get a job, and you need the contact of that person, you can either do some research, or ask people if they know the person or they know the company. There are many ways of getting to where you want to be. But the most important thing is you believe in yourself when you're doing it. And so when you believe in yourself, you can really do anything you want, as long as you're doing it with kindness, of course. So,
Kindness
yes, kindness.
is a
And of
key
course,
ingredient. Yeah.
it's and respect, because we all have our ways of feeling like, no, I cannot do it. But in the long run, if you really believe in yourself, you can do anything you want. And I promise you, it's it's all in the mind. It's mindset that
Okay.
is so important, very important. If your mind tells you that you can't do it, you really can't. But if you tell yourself you can, then definitely it will happen.
Wow, that's really
The mind,
something.
the mind is so powerful. It is.
Right. Yeah. Wow, that's a lot for me. No, that's a lot. That's hearing it from you. It's really very. It's really something that I believe. I saw it. I saw it. Like I I just met you from the cold. Like, and you were very accommodating, very kind. I told you that this is an advocacy we're
Thank
doing, and
you.
we're just starting this Petty Talks TV, and you treated me like I was an old friend. So maybe that's part of your magic. Also, you're very accommodating. You're always smiley. There's no, with you, Carla. Let me say this for the whole world to hear. With you, there's no small person. Like, and it's very nice. It's very assuring. It's very heartwarming to see people like that. You don't only love your pets, but you do love people as well, and it
I
shows.
know, but
Yeah.
it's more of also because I have self acceptance, and my self love is very important to me, and
Mm.
so I have enough to share it with other people.
Wow. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so it always begins in me, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever I do for everyone, I make sure that I am doing it wholeheartedly. If not, I cannot see myself doing anything if I'm not 100% all in. Just to give you an example, Pet Summit Philippines, you were there. How big
Yes.
was it? How
It
big
was
was
big.
it for you?
It was big. It was huge. I didn't expect that, like I thought it was just that garden, and when I was looking for you last Saturday, I didn't know that it was still beyond the street. So there were so many people and so many pets that I didn't even get to see the whole of it. But I was
Exactly.
already, yeah.
My partner May of Paws and Tails and we started this in 2014. We started it with no money.
Mm-hmm.
Our network was our net worth. So business wise, the truth is your net worth is your network. So who you know is can help you get there. And
Mm-hmm.
so you always have to be kind to everyone, right? But it
Yeah.
doesn't you have to be sincerely kind though, because people will know if
Yes.
you're not sincere. And so we started this pet summit after the pandemic, 2 years. We were having a hard time. Well, I personally was having a hard time. I had to downsize my home, to be honest, from BGC, then I downsized. And so it's a very humbling experience to actually, start from scratch again. And with Pet Summit, you saw how big it was. And
Yes.
we did not have anything.
Wow.
But this is what we came up with. So from nothing, we came up with Pet Summit last weekend, just
It's amazing.
because we maintain relationships, and we maintain the relationships that we have with the brands that we carry. We also maintain the relationships with the team that we have, because no matter what their role is in the team, they deserve respect, because it really takes a village to do this. And so each one has their own responsibility, their own roles, and the importance. They have their own importance as well. And so, yes, I can genuinely say we started with nothing again, and we
Because of the
had that
people.
last
Yeah.
weekend. Yes, we had
It's so
over 3,000 pets.
great.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, 3,000 registered attendees. That's over, because our website, our registration crashed because there were so many,
Yes.
and so they were handwritten. I mean, they were just like doing manual
They were
now.
walk-ins, right? They were like,
Yeah, there were
yeah,
so
yeah,
many.
that
Yeah,
didn't get to register online. Yeah.
exactly. And then
Carla,
out of the
yeah, go
raffle, it was like, it was just amazing. It was a big thing. So the mind, it's all in the mind. It's a mindset. It's all there.
So thanks for saying that because there's a question here. What can I do if I have no funds? So
It's the same thing with me.
yeah, it's the same
Um,
thing.
Depends on, okay, what fuels your, you have to ask yourself this, what fuels your passion? So it's like, what do you like doing? What, oh, this is a question. What gives you joy? Because you have to love what you do. And I can say that I love what I do, because it has to do with pets, and then they give me joy. And so, and plus I'm helping out. Then I came up with this kind of career. Now you have to ask yourself, what gives you joy? What makes
Mhm.
you want to wake up in the morning and say, okay, today's going to be a good day? Um, the money will come. The money will follow, as long as you have that plan. You have that, you know somehow that you're leading yourself in a direction, like, okay, if food is your joy, what am I going to do? Am I going to be a food critic? Am I going to be a food taster? Or am I going to cook, or am I going to bake? you know o- um there are many possibilities, but it really boils down to what gives you joy. And it seems like everything else will follow, and never be afraid to ask for help. If you need money, of course, don't be afraid to ask help from your family, from your friends. I mean, it's not easy, because I also ran out of money. Last year, I was zero, to be
Mm,
honest,
yeah,
zero, like nothing.
yeah.
And so, to the point that I just didn't have, like, I was afraid that my cats will, because I love cats, meow. So, Tita meow. So, because I have cats, and sometimes, like, I would rather not eat, and they eat, so that,
Oh
I
wow.
reached, I
Sacrifice.
literally, I literally reached that point, because I was too ashamed to ask my mom.
Mm,
I was too ashamed to ask anyone for help. I would rather do that, but then it's not healthy.
mm,
So I had to wake up and tell myself, don't be afraid to ask, because I have to also survive, and how can I help if I can't even help myself?
wow.
So yeah, that's what happened, and I'm in a good place now, because I was not afraid anymore to ask for help.
I
Yeah.
think, Carla, if I may try to put my thoughts into what you said, it boils down to really accepting. The first step, I think, to be able to um, face the challenges that surround you is first to really recognize where you are, okay? Not be in denial, I think. This is the way I'm taking what you said, no, combining it with the things I believe. Not be in denial about your situation, because until you know where you are truly and face up to it, you won't be able to move forward. Don't you think so? Because if you
exactly.
do that, if you don't know where you are in reality, how can you step forward? You don't know where you are coming from. So I think what I saw in you in the story you shared is that you had to pause and really just look at, like you said, I like what you said when you said, you have to survive also, don't be ashamed. So that's very important. And I would like to segue, having said that, there are so many people right now hurting still because of the pandemics, because of losing
Yes.
their jobs. We are in the same industry. I do events, and same thing, like, I don't know if I told you that, when the lockdown started, I said, Lord, my events were all canceled. They were canceled. And then
Oh, the same.
yeah, I don't have anything. I only have my laptop. I only have my internet, and I have tons of time. What am I gonna do? So here I started trying to learn digital here, digital there. I joined all the courses I can, the free courses I can abroad. I stay up until 4 a.m. Being in webinars from Australia, from the UK, so that I would learn. And I think this is a pivot. This is a direction. And
Yes.
just like you, you were able to spring back from where you were at that moment. We were all affected.
Yes.
This
Oh,
this
absolutely.
leveled, yeah, it leveled us, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like when you mentioned that your events were canceled as well as mine, because like in High Street, every year I would do Fit Street. So it's like the biggest fitness event in the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines where
When is
I
this? When is this?
well, it used to be every year
Yeah,
pre-pandemic.
yeah.
But
What month? Summer?
right now
Summer?
we're thinking of April. Yes, summer.
Oh,
So
okay. Next year.
um yes, next year.
Okay,
So
because I want to
what
join
happened?
that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because there we have every hour. It's for free. All my
Yeah,
events are for free for the
yeah.
community. That is my advocacy. I want the community to also experience what I experience, and so I bring it to my events.
You allow the people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So every hour is for free, from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then different things, different classes. It's not the same. It doesn't. It's not repetitive. And then we have also areas for like yoga, and I make it into a fitness playground. So the
Mm.
whole high street is made into a fitness playground with different sections that you can enjoy, even a market for for food, for nutrition. But so I started off with that with also zero money, but at the same time reaching out to Ayala. So I was blind in
Oh,
2013.
yes, yes. You haven't shared that story yet. Yeah, tell me about
So,
that. Oh, Carla,
okay.
you really like move me. Yeah, what happened to you? How did that happen?
So
Yeah.
my condo building exploded, and then
Oh,
one of the units in my condo building exploded, and so what happened was we had to. I was very I was very shocked. I
oh.
don't know. I can't explain that feeling, but for the building to move, and then you had to like relocate. I had to look for my cats, and then my boyfriend during that time, he said he was gonna get the cats for me, so I had to go down. And then when he went down, the cats were not with him, and I'm like, so
Oh,
I think that made me like, um, stressed. But I'm not gonna blame him. Anyways, 2 days after the explosion, I got blind.
oh.
I Yeah. So it was explained by psychotherapists that this is your brain, and there's the emotional brain, something like that there, and then the optic nerves are on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get stressed, it expands, and when it expands, it then suddenly it had a lesion because it's stretched.
Mm.
So my optic nerve, the effect of my optic nerve getting stretched with a lesion means that the effect is I get blind.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so I was blind for 2 years.
Oh, wow. Totally blind?
Yeah, okay, partially here.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna look at you guys right now, if your face is right in front of me, I would only see your nose, or maybe like a portion of your nose. I can't no nothing peripheral, but um, my dear friend, when my dear friend Christian Bautista, he visited me in the hospital, and he would always, he would pray with me and stuff. So I, I saw, I always being blind, losing your sight or losing any sense is something. If you've never lost any sense of sight or touch or anything, it's very different. It's not something you're used to, right? Uh,
Yeah.
and I don't wish it for anyone. But when it happened to me, I just quickly just okay, this is the situation, and it was easy. It became easy for me to accept it because I just accepted it as this. This is the situation. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to see again. One day I will see again, and then just I accepted it, and I knew right away where things were. It was very easy, but deep down, it was very easy. But deep down, I was mentally, my heart was broken.
Mm.
So it had to take a lot of prayers. My friends were around, my family, of course, my family was around definitely always, but it took a big toll on them as well with what happened. And so, but you get used to it. You just accept it. But let me just tell you, when I was blind, the more I could see.
What?
Yes, the more I could see the direction where I want to go, what I want to do, who I want to eliminate in my life, because I want to only be surrounded by people who are positive and who add value to my life. And I would want to add value to people's lives as well.
You see this?
So, what's that?
Goosebumps. Goosebumps with what you're saying. Gosh.
But it's true though. The more I could see, and just to let you know, honestly though, it's my cats during the explosion. I didn't realize that they were also affected.
Hmm.
What happened was, so we were billeted in a hotel, and then my cats could come with me. They were having a hard time with me because they were scared of me. I think they associated me with the explosion.
Hmm.
So they had to be rehabilitated, and then first they stayed at my friend's place, and then after that moved in with me again in the hotel, and then after that there was psychotherapy. They had Reiki as well for the cats because
Oh,
yeah, they did the Reiki for them because it wasn't a good experience for them to see me,
all right.
and
What
that
year
and
was
that
this?
happens to pets. 2013.
2013.
Yeah,
Wow.
2013 when it happened, May, end of May.
So,
Actually,
yes,
4 days from now, 4 days from now, or 5 days from now is an anniversary of the
of the
explosion.
explosion.
Yeah, so
Wow.
something like that.
Carla,
So,
you know what? The time we allotted for talking to you is not enough, but carry on. There's really so much in your persona. There's really so much to explore. We haven't even touched on the career thing that you do in
oh no,
LinkedIn.
that's later,
Yeah,
but
but yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we can. But before I let you go, we're not yet wrapping up. But
Mm.
I just wanna. There's another comment here. Ayan, just a question. Meron ba kasunod na
Yes, of
update?
course. Of course,
Yes.
we're fixing it. December, we're hoping. Don't forget, World Animal Day is October 4. And then December, we're hoping na matuloy yung plans namin. But I can't really say saan. But of course, we're sure that there's Pet Summit 2023 next year. It's either April or
Yes.
May. But for this year, we will announce it late June. Yeah.
All right. So this is another. Oops. This is just a minute. So that's another.
Did you see the
Right there.
freebies that they received in Pet
Yeah.
Summit?
Yeah. I also got. I was. What's so nice is, so I went around, right? I went around for a bit, and there was this lady there because I introduced myself. We're from Petty Talks, blah blah blah. And then we're looking for people that we can interview. And then she goes, "Oh, mom." And then she starts giving me, sabi ko, "Hindi, wala akong pets." "Di bale, mom." She gives me a whole bag of cat food and dog food. And I'm gonna give it away to some people who do have cats and
Yeah.
dogs. So there are a lot of freebies. I don't know about the others, but I just went to that place and I came back to steal
Everyone,
their bag.
this
Yeah.
is what's nice. This is what's amazing about Pet Summit. Everything you can go, it's for free to register. That
Mm.
is that is our goal. Always free to register. We want you to go home with a lot of things. You will never ever go home empty-handed unless you're very late.
Yeah.
So, and we've run out of stuff. But I really do hope that everyone had a great time because we were also giving away a beach holiday in Aqua
Wow, yeah, I
Verde
saw
for
that.
us
Yeah, yeah.
raffle.
Uh-huh.
We had a lot of. Oh, did you see as well? There was a marriage
Yeah.
proposal on stage.
Yeah, yeah, you showed that to me. Yeah, there was a marriage proposal.
This is how pets make us happy. I cannot live without animals at all because they give me joy. And because of
Mm.
my own pets, they inspire me to do better, to also, extend that, share what I have with those street animals, with other pets, with other, I love animals though. I really do.
We love you back. Okay, let's move now to, before we wrap up, let's move now to the All for Pets party. I'm just going to show
Yes.
the logo. Here it is. And here again is the
Yeah.
Facebook page. There you go. So, what
Yeah.
is this about? Can you tell the audience?
Okay, All4Pets Party. We do parties for pets, like literally parties for pets. So, if you want to celebrate your pets, like it could be any other celebration. So we create buffets, cakes, cookies for them. They depends on also what their dietary requirements are. So apart from food, we also have like caricature, we also have games. So it's literally a, like, imagine a children's party, but it's a pet party.
Mm-hmm.
I should have shown you photos of the games, and that's what they're in the middle of a hula hoop. It's like it's like
Oh,
yes, it's like a what do you call that? Spin, no, like the chairs, musical chairs,
musical
but then
chairs.
it's
Okay.
like musical hoops, you know.
Musical hoop.
Or yeah, we have different games for them. So the main goal of all for pets is to every party that we have, we donate 10% of the proceeds to animal welfare, because to be
Really?
honest, yeah, because to be honest, I'm not rich, and so I cannot afford to always donate, foster, or so this is my way, because I know I can do events, and so this is my way of coming up with funds to be able to sustain to sustain helping out,
Okay.
donating, yeah,
That's
so or buying pet food. So
all right. Wait, I think
yeah.
there's a typo error there. Okay, let me
Mm.
show that again. Let me show that again. So it is all for pets party.
Yes, all number 4 Pets Party. That's in Facebook. But also follow us on Pet Summit Philippines on Facebook.
Pet Summit Philippines on Facebook.
Yes.
And
Yes.
lastly, Carla, can you
Mm.
tell us about this is not about pets, but this is about you. This interview is about you. So, what is this? I know you're on a mission. What is that mission that you're
Oh, okay. So on Instagram and on LinkedIn, I put there I'm on a mission I'm on a mission to meet you, everyone. I think that each one of you have something special to say, and I would love to know more about each one of you. You have a story to tell, and
Mm-hmm.
so I would love to know more about it. So I would love to know and learn. And it's for me to learn, you know. And also, if I can learn, maybe the others would learn from it as well. So I also have sometimes I have shows that I come up that I this podcast and other things. It's different from pets, but yes, I
I know.
interview people. I
Yeah.
interview people, and so yeah.
Yeah, I saw your material. Now you are the founder of at Expat Careers, right? And
And yes.
tell me, yeah, and you're a global business marketing addict, ultra connector, and networker, and you are a public speaker. So, what are the topics that you normally like talking about when you are invited? What areas of what field do you
Pets.
pets?
Pets. I
Um,
love talking about pets. I love talking about animal welfare. Also, I love talking about marketing and marketing and event management. And so, my passion also as well is cooking and baking. So I'm also
cooking.
invited. Yes, I'm also invited to. Yeah, yeah, I'm also invited to do that.
Wow.
Yeah, my family. I stem from a family of who
Oh,
loves to eat and cook. Yeah.
wow. Yeah. So it's really so great, Carla, to talk to you. I'm really speaking from my heart. And let me try to share a glimpse of this. Let me try to share part of the video of. Let me try to do this. Yep, share screen.
What is this?
Surprise. Let me see. All right.
I'm nervous.
Uh, you're nervous? No, you won't. Just a minute. Let me see if this is gonna look good.
Okay, while you're checking, I hope everyone watching out there, I hope you got to learn something. Or I'm sure you all know what I'm saying, but I hope I hope you got to hear my story, and I hope you can spread the kindness to everyone and spread the joy and the positive vibes.
Okay, wait. I lost that. Let me hear. Okay, let me hear.
You have to teach me how to do this.
This one, StreamYard. I can just work for you. Wait, let me share this. Okay, let me share this now. All right. And let's add that to stream. And let me share this right now.
Dog food, the cat food. Basta para sa kanila, we always have to give them all the best.
And on behalf of our team at Pet Summit Philippines and my partner May, we are so blessed to have all of you, and we will see you next year at Pet Summit 2023. Thank you.
There
Wow.
you go. Galeng, no? It's really good. It was a really good event, and I'm just so happy that I found it. I don't know, it just popped on my screen and I clicked it. So
You
that's the
know, this
story of
is an
it.
example of believing in yourself, and even if you don't have any money, because May and I did started with nothing with this,
Yeah.
but look at what we made, and
So
it made people happy. And so,
I
did you see how
know.
many people there were?
I know, and if everybody, if you want to watch the full, they have a lot of videos. Go to Pet Summit. I don't have a logo for
Yeah,
that, but
Pet
it's
Summit
so easy to
Philippines.
find. Pet
Mhm.
Summit Philippines on Facebook, and there are a lot of videos there. Carla does her own vlogs also, and Carla, this is all the time we have. It was so great talking to you. Like I can
It's
spend
such an
hours and
honor.
hours asking you
It's an honor.
questions. I hope you will accommodate us one of these days, when we can
I
talk
would
about your
love that.
pets.
I hope all of you as well would love to invite me
And
back.
you can
But
you can
yes,
be our, yeah, you can be our resource person, like, because we have segments here where people question us and ask advice about their animals. So, you know and we are inspired with your story, and I have nothing to say but congratulations to a job really well done. Everything you shared today, they're really valuable, knowing that you were, friends. Carla even went through blindness. Can you imagine that? And what a ride! What a ride! And if you see Carla face to face, she has all the time for you. Even in the middle of her kabisihan during the pet summit, she was there, accommodating me, entertaining me, interviewing me also. So it was so much fun, Carla. And with that, I'd like to say bye bye. I am not gonna put you out of the screen anymore as I have planned, but like, because this is an advocacy and we have volunteers. But Carla, I'd like to say bye bye to you now and thank you.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Carla. Yes, so that's all we have for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you've been inspired by the story of Carla, because I was really inspired. So thank you so much, Carla, for giving us your time. I know how busy you are. God bless you all. See you next time.